is Demetrius Parker, and I am with Trust Leadership Collective. I've always been big into self-awareness, even in the military. When I was in the NCO in the military, self-awareness was one of the foundations that I felt was important for leaders to truly be empowered to be the best leaders they can be. I wish there was something that could combine all of these different assessments into one place. The assessments that they had. So having DISC, having Enneagram, having 16 types, which were three main ones for me, having access honestly to strength finders and those types of things I thought was really, really great, because those are the ones that were top of mind for me, to have that all in one place. And then to start having these insights that are built where now you're daily getting something, because I feel with a lot of folks, what happens is organizations, have great intentions of bringing assessments into a workspace, and they do it, and they might have a workshop or a training that's surrounded about it that one time. What I really liked about Cloverleaf, one, was this gives it an opportunity to really dive in and to sink in, for folks to really embrace it, but like, oh wow. And it's like, it's always top of mind. And for me, I think is really important to come back. So this was, to me, was more proactive in that space that gave me even more of my time back. Folks will say, hey, I got this insight, it made me think of you. And when they share that, sometimes like this, like, how can I get this into my life, or, into my organization, or whatever it may be. So now, I share with them, the more assessments you take, the more you all will learn about each other. So it's been really, really successful around that, and folks can truly be accountable for their own personal growth and the relationships that they're building. One other person that was, first of all, didn't really like assessments at all. And so they were not necessarily on board until, because I had them do the assessments and everything a couple weeks before we actually had the workshop. The day that we got there, even before we started the workshop, they came over to me and they're like, this is freaky. Like, this is freaky. And I was like, what do you mean? And so we started talking and laughing, and in a couple of weeks of getting insights, how their thoughts around this changed. Like, they were just like, this is interesting. And then they were in, and it was great to have someone start off with this space of doubt to come over, and then throughout the workshop, they were pretty much a champion, and they would jump in and say, oh yeah, I got this insight, and they said this, and even sharing it with others that they got, and like, it was so on point about this person, and I've been thinking about this, and to get this truly validated was awesome. And then from there, kind of building that shared understanding, which I feel then fosters a respectful environment, because now I can respect, maybe not agree with where you are, but I can respect where you are. And again, we may disagree, but we can do it in a very respectful way. And to me, that's the stability part, right? Doesn't mean that we're not going to disagree, but do it in this very constructive, respectful way. I don't know, I guess things become more normalized, right? We're going to normalize the fact that we may disagree, but doing it respectfully, reducing the stigma around feedback, reducing the stigma around fear, around having uncomfortable conversations, and then that fosters this growth-oriented mindset.